guys, welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, click the subscribe button and the bell button on the side so that you get notified. Don't forget to like this video and also drop in comments about what you feel. So in my second episode of Storytime, I spoke about my fat to fit story, where I talk about my weight journey all throughout life. If you haven't seen that video, click this link right over here and then come back. In that video, I talked about my weight journey and also I mentioned how I struggled with PCO. A lot of you reached out saying that I should speak a little bit more, and hence, here you have episode 7, guys. Now, before we begin, guys, I just want to say that I am not a doctor. I'm just sharing my experience with you of how things got better for me. Okay? Every individual is different, so please consult your doctor. I am not recommending my workout plans or my diet plans, saying that that's the only way to achieve it, because this is just simply me sharing my experience. And I just want all the girls who's going through this to just know that it is possible. Just trust me, it is, and that is why I'm sharing my story. Now, to those of you who do not know what PCO is, it's called Polycystic Ovarian Syndrome, which is a hormonal disorder causing enlarged ovaries with small cysts on its outer edges. Now, there are multiple reasons that this could happen. It could be genetics, it could be excess androgens, and it could also be an excess in the insulin. Now, for me, it all began in May 2018 when I was at home and I gained 10 kgs in a single month. Suddenly, I was overweight, and for the first time in so many years, I missed my cycle. I remember how terrified I was to go to the doctor. I was made to lie on this bed, and then they were doing the ultrasound with some big machines, and I don't know, it was just so scary at that moment. I mean, for a girl like me of that age, I was being told that I was diagnosed with something and that it's a starting stage, and a lot of complex words were just thrown at me, and the biggest thing was just that, I was in denial. I just did not want to accept anything, and the only thing I kept thinking is, how could this happen to me? So I was given a lot of medicines, but because my new job was very stressful, I never had the time to take them. More or less, my denial played a major role because I was just irregular and least bothered, and I just kept eating my pain away. I was in so much of stress, and this was the opposite of what I was supposed to be doing to get better. It went on like this for an entire year, up until the mid of 2019, when my life literally went downhill. It was that time when I had more stress, more sadness, and I just kept eating more and gaining more weight. It was just this thought in my head that along with everything that was giving up on me in life, my body was doing the same thing too. You know, it's not like I ever fancied having kids or was super excited to have my period, but knowing that there's a chance that you can never have that, that's a little painful. I mean, I can't say that I never tried to lose weight, but you see, my life was so sad that I just got bored out of these things. Until 2019 October, when I decided to go to Bombay, and I finally thought that I should get checked after an entire year of ignoring it. I went to this doctor, and I must say she's the coolest doctor I had till date. When I told her about what I did for the last 1 year, she started screaming at me for being so irresponsible and playing with my health. So she asked me to get an ultrasound the next day, and trust me, that night I could not get sleep. I mean, what if I pushed my body to the extreme? What if there's no hope for my condition? I don't even know how I slept that night. But the next morning, I drank gallons of water and went to the hospital for my ultrasound, and trust me, it was more traumatizing because I was stuck in a waiting room filled with pregnant women, their husbands, and small kids running around, and it just reminded me of all the things that I'm so close to not having. My report came in by the end of the day, and let's just say that I was really lucky because my condition got better and I was at the border now. So somewhere all the small things I did kind of worked, I guess. My doctor explained to me that this is a vicious cycle. It's because of your weight gain, you have PCO, and because you have PCO, it's difficult to lose weight. So the only way to break the cycle is by losing weight. That's the only advice she gave me, along with the prescription for new medicines for the next 6 months. And then I flew to Bombay. Things didn't really get better in Bombay, and like I mentioned in my other videos, it was that moment when I couldn't walk the stairs that I realized that I have got to change this now. So I enrolled into a program, and it was only just 1 month until the lockdown happened and I was stuck at home. But the thing that changed over here was that I started working out twice a day. I focused on a lot of body weight activities like push-ups, squats, jumping jacks. It was mostly of cardio and no weights. Now, when it came to diet, of course, lockdown was the time when I could not order food, so I ended up cooking my own food, which is, of course, much more healthier. It was a stop for my junk food, and another thing that I tried out was intermittent fasting. Please do read about it and see if your body can adapt to it. Another thing that I did was also stopping sugar. I don't know why, but in those 3 months, I was consistent with my workout and my diet. I just ate what was comfortable for me. Eventually, I started noticing small changes in my body, and it was by the end of April when my medicines ran out. And I felt like this would be the best time to see if my body could naturally get a period or not. So I waited, and finally, in the month of May, I got my period naturally. I know this is dramatic, but I burst into tears. I took a picture and I just called all my friends up. I mean, after 2 long years of doubt and hate and pain, my body finally did it. I just hugged and apologized to myself. For 2 whole years, I hated, ruined, and abused my own body. Even after all that, my body never gave up. But guys, this is my journey, and your journey can be completely different. You can take your own time, and that's fine. But this is definitely possible, guys. I don't think I'm cured completely, but since the last 8 months, things have been amazing. This story was not to show you how it's possible, but it's just to show you that it's possible. Please trust yourself, your journey, and your doctor. Please don't believe everything you read on the internet. Always consult your doctor. And don't forget that you're amazing just the way you are. Your body can do wonders for you, so just love it and respect it. It fights for you every day. And trust me, if I can, then you can. Just be patient and healthy and learn to love yourself in all forms, guys. I hope my story helped. Stay safe, guys. See you next week with lots of love. Your storyteller.